I'm not a JDM collector. I'm not at this point, there's not even any reason to argue. I pretty much am a JDM collector now. Not primarily. There's other stuff I collect more. Okay, European stuff, but those are just a lot harder to find, especially from like domestic American brands. Um, just not that many. Like Greenlight barely does anything like European. They do. They have like the Mini Cooper. They have like some European Ford European stuff. Obviously, they do the VW. Ottawa does all American. And M2 Machines again VW. There's just not that many Porsches or Lamborghinis other than Hot Wheels, which not really my thing. I do get them. I do get them a lot, but like I don't want them to be like the majority of my collection, which obviously currently it would be. But yeah, I do love a lot of Japanese cars. Right now I have like three premium R34s, and this is my third premium R35. And none of these R34s or R35s are Hot Wheels. And if I'm actually going out of my way to get a car that's like better made than Hot Wheels, meaning more expensive than Hot Wheels, I like them a lot. And I do love the R34 a lot. Not the biggest fan of the R35, but I got this one for one very specific reason, and obviously that's the Japanese police livery. Very, very good looking. It's extremely simple. It's very elegant, very neat. This black and white deco, just good looking. Obviously, I talked about my Atomic Limited Vintage find. I actually found this in store, $25, not bad. This Bluebird 410, great looking car. Man, I love this thing so much. And it's just not that often that you see Atomic, well, not for me at least. I don't have, this is my first Atomic Limited Vintage that has any like real deco, because I do most of the stuff they do is stock, which I absolutely love, which means like one paint tone only. And it's nice to see some of these other stuff. And obviously Hot Wheels, I had this one for a while. I think the Camry Skyline, it's nice, but you can see obviously because it's a Hot Wheels, it's $1 car, obviously you can't expect that much, and the paint is pretty sloppy. This is a new one, the 300ZX Turbo, right? Is that what it is? Yeah. Great looking car. Paint is a lot better. Not perfect. You can see how it's very choppy around the edges. But again, $1. Can't expect too much, right? But this is, in my opinion, one of the best main lines out there, because you can see it's got backlights. It's got headlights because it's actually part of the plastic. So there's no, you can't have this car without headlights, obviously. It's missing, it could use a bit more front deco, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Probably, again, one of the best mainlines out there, I would say. And today I do have the a Greenlight. Now this thing came out in 2016. It's not like Greenlight quality control has since gotten better. I just want to point that out because, as you'll see in a second, the quality control on this thing is not great. This is the R35, specifically the 2015 R35, Nissan GTR R35. You can see the police in Japanese. I think this literally means like police station or something like that. Either like police station or law enforcement department. And it says police. Under here it has the badge. I'm not really that familiar. I don't watch a lot of anime or other like modern / contemporary Japanese stuff. But I watched Detective Conan a lot when I was younger, and seeing a lot of these like Japanese police. I would love to find like a R32 police. I'm sure Atomic Limited Vintage has done one of those, because that's one of the cars that appeared, one of the police cars that appear the most in Detective Conan World. Case closed, I think it's officially translated in English. It's got the lensed headlights, beautiful. Like it's like from this angle, it looks absolutely beautiful. I like these rims. I have the Kyosho R35, and I think I like these Greenlight rims better. I still like these better, just the way they're done. I'm sure Kyosho like has better production quality, is more accurate to the specific model it's trying to replicate. But yeah, I think in this case, just from a purely aesthetic point of view, I do like these rims a bit better. Tires are good. They're not great, but they get the job done. The back are not lensed. It's understandable because they're tiny. Kyosho does have it lensed out, and I'm pretty sure Atomic Limited Vintage has the lens as well, but I don't have one of those, so I can't be exactly sure. You can see the Nissan logo. You can see the GTR. Yeah, the backlights are a bit what's the word? A bit sloppy, I would say. Again, police written on top, and you can see there's the first bit of quality issue. It's not huge, you know. So I think it's just like extra white paint slopped on there for some reason. I'm not really sure, which is a bit of a shame. Most angles you wouldn't be able to tell, especially if I'm putting it on a shelf or display case. The profile from this side looks great. This side not so much. You can see it's missing quite a bit of the black, but because it's only just the black paint that's missing, it's going to be pretty easy to get. But you can see like the turning signal lights and all that, it's still pretty well done. And the light bar, the light bar obviously is very well made, and it's really cool. I think like just because Hot Wheels, you're not going to get those extra pieces even from like premium releases, which I think it's quite a big bummer. You know, price and budget and all that. I don't know all about that, but just as a collector, it's a bit disappointing. But this light bar is great, but like the vast majority of the R35 police cars I've seen has like actually like a full light bar, like the full arrow, not like, what is it, 7 tiny pieces. So I think it's interesting how different they are, but this looks good too. And I do know a lot of Japanese police cars have this style of light bars. I've seen it in pictures and stuff. Oh, it's a right-hand drive, which is unfortunate, but I would assume just Geenlight didn't care enough to change the seating arrangement, but that's fine, right? You're not gonna see it the vast majority of times. So I'm just gonna, I have a pen in my hand. I'm just gonna try to fill in this bit a little bit. I think this will go away really easily, but just to give like an idea, like I think this is like easily erasable, or can probably just rub it with my hand. I'm just gonna try to fill this in. Yeah, I think this looks a lot better immediately. There's a bit more I can do right here. Yeah, I think this looks a lot better already. I'll see what I need to do, because like I said, it's gonna be very easy to rub it off. I'll maybe use like nail polish or something to make it stick a little bit better. Overall, I'm not disappointed. I like the purchase, but most of all, it's just like delivery more than anything else. The more I see these like true 164 models, the Nissan GTR R35, the more I like it. I think it's just the way that the Hot Wheels one exaggerated some of the features, makes it not as elegant as it would be in real life. I like it a lot better, and just like seeing the Geenlight models as well as the Kyosho models. And I do have a another Geenlight version. I bought this originally because it was cheap and I didn't have a GTR. Like the deco is not my favorite, but still. And this has a plastic base because it came with a figure and budget and all that. It got a plastic base, but like the base code for these, it's where is it, GL094. It's the exact same on the metal base, which is interesting. I don't know why, but it's just interesting. Again, like the Kyosho model is going to be a lot better, just a lot better quality, a lot better make, but it's also, you know, like what, 4 or 5 times more expensive. I just wish, you know, like brands like Mini GT to make like a pure stock, like not modified Nissan GTR R35. That will be pretty great. Like, I'm not gonna get anything from Liberty Walk, and I might get something from Pandem. Like the GT Wings Pandem GTR looks pretty cool, but I would just like have something that's a bit more stock. And I think Tomica Limited Vintage does have yeah, I'm pretty sure they do have a police R35. But before that, this is great. Rolls really well. I think it's trying to it has, the wheels are not perfectly parallel to each other. It's trying to turn right the whole time, but I'm not gonna like, it's mostly a display piece and not like a toy, so I don't really mind that. Yeah, I'm not a JDM collector, but I do have a lot of Japanese cars, so yeah, say I'm a JDM collector, why not? I don't really mind. Just to have all 3 premium, like Hot Wheels has never done an R35. Like the size wise is pretty close to True 164, pretty much the exact same size as 164, but the front is just a bit wider than it's supposed to be. Like the small things they do to make it like look cooler, in this case I think makes it look not as elegant as the real thing. And the more I see these model versions, the more I like it. And obviously Hot Wheels has never done a premium R35. The closest you can get is like Hot Wheels ID, which are cool. And I do buy them, right? I do consider them like for display, but in this core, it's not designed to be a display model, but to be like a really cool digitally integrated toy, which is still nice. I don't know if there's anything else I need to say. I would like to get like Atomic Limited Vintage R35, but those are not cheap. But until then, I definitely like this one. Quality control is still a problem with Geenlight, as it is with Auto World, as it is with M2 machines. It's just funny, like, because the best quality control as far as domestic American brands go are the ones that are not true 164. Johnny Lightning and Hot Wheels. Well, I've been thinking about Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels just seems like, even for the premium stuff, like nothing, there's just not a ton of details in those. So like, even if the quality control is a bit sloppy, you don't really miss anything, because like the pieces are not that sophisticated either. But we was like, especially Geenlight, because like Geenlight has a lot of pieces even compared to like Auto World. Like the tiniest thing just immediately shows like quality control issues. Not to say I don't mind these issues, because it's still really annoying. The same was Auto World, and I'm not even gonna bother talking about M2 machines, because like the pieces are a lot of times at fault for M2 machines, like the leans and stuff. Sometimes the base is just completely warped. Now, I don't care that much about M2 machines to care, but like for Auto World and Geenlight, just the paint just being a little bit sloppy immediately shows up, because just how detailed they are, how sophisticated the designs are, how much they're trying to replicate the car in a true 164 scale. And unfortunately, every time they have a bit of a quality control issue, it immediately shows up. Geenlight a little more so than Auto World, but I think Geenlight also has like more pieces and more details than Auto World, like lens headlights, which is really rare for Auto World. So I don't know what I was trying to say. I do have a more recent or very much contemporary Geenlight coming in. So the Mini Cooper from the Italian job, that's pretty much recently released. Let's see how their quality control is now in 2020. And one last shot, I'm gonna keep the Nissan GT-R here, but I'm gonna bring in the Atomic Limited Vintage. This was a 4-door sedan, and this is a 2-door sports car. How much has time changed? How much bigger are cars now? That's it for this video. It's a bit longer than I expected. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.